Unfortunately, we've had water in this hull. And there's water in here. So I've been to work this afternoon, but I got a very great phone call from Harbourside Boatworks. They're doing the salvage. They got the tanks out of the port side. Found there was a fist-sized hole punched by a rock. Some broken frames, some cracks in the keel stringer, but filled it full of pourable foam, ply on top, and pourable foam in the engine bay around the sail drive, and they got the anchor out into the middle of the bay, so I reckon they'll get her off tomorrow. High tide's late morning, and we're on spring tides at the moment. It's Wednesday morning. We have, I don't know, probably a west-southwest blowing at the moment. Looks like about 15 knots. We still have CATMANTOO's mast. So hopefully today she comes off the shore and gets taken up harbour. Tug's here. It's one of those little wee red tugs that we see moored up the old wharves. I'll hop in the dinghy and go out and see what's going on.
10:21 and the mast is still sitting there. But when we look to the water, we have a little toot ready to spring into action. So high tide isn't till 11:30, about another hour. I put an anchor out yesterday. Hopefully gently pull her off. It's just motoring along the shore. CATMANTOO. The tug's just been sitting there, moving backwards and forwards. You can hear the dinghy motors in the background. Fortunately, we've got the big Putakawa tree in the view of the batch, so we can't see CATMANTOO.
I'm a short letting go lines for them. This is the Harbour Master's boat.
A lot of yelling. I don't know whether that means they're going to spring into action. Here comes the first boat. Dad's on there. Takes off. And they're going to disappear out of my picture soon.
Oh, we've got the Harbour Master bringing over a tow rope from the tug. Yeah, the guys have just been complimenting me on how well I've looked after the boat and how good she is, but yeah, just getting her off the beach and out of the water, that's a huge win. Oh, here comes tow line, a very nice monkey's fist on the right line to throw it over. Of course, these guys are professionals. Seems to posts on the boat, so I'm going to put on this one and then take it across to the boat. So that's taking across to the Samson post. Swiveling around. She's just moving again, putting a bit of welly on the tug. Sacrificial wood. Just checking for whether we've got water in, I presume. Engine bay can flood and she still floats. Here we go. She's off. So yeah, there's water in the back. Pumps in.
Come forwards. Doesn't look like she's towing anything. She has a line out. Oh yes, she's moving. Oh, she's moving.
So she's got a rope out the back. Still with the anchor down. Neighbours are keeping a watching brief. You can tell from the way she's sitting that there's water in the port engine bay. But we know that she still floats even with both engine bays flooded, and there's probably water in the starboard one too, because I imagine there's been a mischief done to the rudder and maybe the sail drive getting her off.
See, the mast has certainly shifted and it is wobbling. So they must have her floating.
Oh, they asked me to let this one go.
The guys working on the section at the end there have been enjoying watching the progress in the bay. here comes the tug interview again. And we have a view of the mast. She definitely seems to be coming closer. Everything going nicely, nice and slowly and controlled. Just spotted David in the dinghy going back round to the beach. I think David's down on the ground. Oh, the mast is coming along. She's floating. David will be so relieved that will be out of the environment. She's moving forward, so we should get a glimpse of her very shortly. Oh, poor girl, it's not fair. The mooring had been all serviced. Things have been replaced. David had the bridles and everything tied up correctly. We can see her mast coming now at the top of the tree. You can see a mast coming through still. Just floating. And then just slowly pulling her in closer. So she's all excited with her wagging tail. She should be coming into view very shortly. There's the mast coming up at the top of the Putakawa. Hopefully not much got into the port side after being fixed with expanding foam. At least she didn't break up completely. I'm sure David will have video of a better view of all this. You're taking it very slow, aren't they?
Oh, here's my four-wheel drive winch extender, which was used to try and stop it from swinging around. I believe they're retrieving the anchor. Just as well I replaced the anchor roller, eh? Just goes to show you how far away 50 metres off chain and 50 metres of rope is. Just thanked the Harbour Master for his assistance, and he was only too happy to be of help. Certainly he wouldn't have rolled her left for sure. Looks like I might be a fender.
Pulled up the anchor. There she goes. Ooh, go girl. Oh, what a sad way to leave us either, babe. At least she's floating.
definitely further in the water.
Yeah. Have a safe trip to the yards. Check out the sandbanks, dudes. Bye, girl. Where are they taking her?
Maybe they're taking her to Harbor Bay.
Watermarsden Point, but I thought she was supposed to be going down towards town.
Maybe giving her a run around just to make sure.
There's a black bag on the shore there. If you wouldn't mind putting that in the blue bin, that would be good. Oh, they're on their way. I'm not quite sure where they're going, but I'm presume they know where they're going. We're being very cautious as far as the harbour bottom goes.
Wait, someone's on there.
It's just past high tide now, so the water was up to, it was certainly up on the wall on Sunday night, so that's another, I don't know, half a metre at least, storm surge. Well, it's turned into a quite nice day. We'll unload the rest of the stuff out of the truck. It's amazing how much stuff you can fit in the boat. Sails will need to be dried. Hocker underwater breathing will need to be dried. Carriage is becoming chock-a-block full of stuff. And of course the cab is full of stuff that we didn't actually want to get wet. Oh, I've just had a phone call from Nick from was it Harbourside Boatworks. So the reason they were heading towards Harbourside Bay was because the tug draws so much that they didn't want to go over the sandbanks between our place and the channel, so they went the long way around. Very sensible. So the boat's currently sitting on their ramp. Tide's gone out, but they'll be there tonight once she floats to pop her on the trailer and pop her in the boatyard. I'm not sure when I'll get to see her. It could be until Friday, but it's fantastic that she's not sitting on the beach down here. So we'll wait and see what the insurance has to say about her.